the stock market, except for today, for some reason, when it actually went up. But over the last year, just year to date in the stock market, it is down 16%. The pain has been so real. I mean, if you invested in anything in the stock market, you probably are losing a lot of money right now. And if you invested in tech, like if we just look at the NASDAQ real quick, if we take a look at where the NASDAQ is year to date, that thing is down 25%. Some of your favorite companies, Amazon is down more than 30%. Apple is down close to 20%. If we look at it, let's take a look. Apple had a good day today, but if we look year to date, Apple is down almost 20%. My favorite company, Microsoft, is down 22% year to date. And if we just keep going, if you're invested in tech, it's terrible right now. You know what? I am loving it. Yo, I am enjoying this right now. Yo, I have not been this excited to invest in stocks since I first learned about the concept of compounding. By the way, I apologize for the echo in the room. As you can see, it's a new area, and I'm still trying to figure out all the acoustics and everything. I gotta figure that out, but that's beside the point. Back to me being extremely excited to be buying stocks right now. I am so excited. I don't know if this is an actual bear market. All I know is stocks are down 20%, especially if I'm invested in the S&P 500 just generally. I am loving it. Oh my God. I have not been this excited since I first understood, like, wait a minute. I can invest in a company and they can pay me just for investing in that company? Like, yo, that got me so excited when I learned about dividends. And now this is happening. And after you learn from Benjamin Graham, Warren Buffett, all of these dudes, you're like, oh, I need the market to go down. When you understand that when the market goes down, it's not a bad thing, especially when you're investing for 10, 20, 30 years down the line. This is one thing that got me super excited. I was reading an article from my favorite writer, Ben Carlson, and he popped up this graph of research that was done that since 1928, there has never been a 20-year period when the stock market hasn't returned people their money, when the stock market hasn't gone up. When I read things like this and I see the stock market down more than 15%, I get excited, y'all. I get so excited. I have been buying stock. Is it too early? Is it too soon? I don't know. But I'm going to be dollar cost average. And all I did was up my dollar cost average. When we were running higher, I was buying. Now we're going lower. I'm buying even more. I am so excited about how the stock market is looking right now. For anybody who is freaking out about investing right now, please do not freak out. Especially if you're my age. Yo, we have such a long horizon. We have so much time. I know everybody wants to make that quick dollar, but let's be honest, how much you got invested right now that you're trying to make a quick dollar? Like if you have less than like $200,000 invested, please go ahead and just miss me with all the fact that, oh my God, the market is crying. Because guess what? You can't even live off of that thing anyway. So why are you crying? Like if you can't live off of your portfolio, you should be celebrated. You should be excited because you're like, yes, I can buy more for cheap. And when the market recovers, I get more out of it. So get excited. If you're my age, get excited about these things. Get excited, especially if you're in a situation where you have a good job and you have money coming in on a regular basis. Get excited. This is a good thing. This is not a negative thing. This is a good thing for us. I read another blog from somebody called Blair Duganay, and she had such a good way of putting what is happening in the stock market right now. She said, there has been way too much exuberance in financial markets over the past 5 years. It's time to flush it out. Flush it all out. What we are experiencing in financial markets right now is akin to the cleansing feature of a forest fire. Fire does a lot of damage, but it serves a vital purpose for the future viability of the ecosystem. Organisms that were trapped under dry, dead debris will be able to make it to the surface again and grow. The nutrients from those fires will fertilize the soil below. Breathe in, breathe out. Let go of your urge to be in control. How could you be? You're riding a rock that is hurling 67,000 miles per hour through space. A beautiful spring will grow from this destruction. Let the fire do its thing and clean out the junk. In other words, relax, guys. This is part of the process. This is why we always talked about the fact that once every 2 years, the stock market is going to see a correction, which is when it falls about 10%. This is why we talked about the fact that once every 10 years, the stock market is going to drop about 20%, which is a crash. We talk about these things. You have to understand history, which is why I am a student of history to understand this is not that different. This happens all the time. So it's for you to relax and understand that the cycle will always play itself out. I saw this beautiful graph. I'm going to pull it up as well because I think it's too beautiful for me not to share it. And it just portrays the psychological cycles of being in the stock market, right? If you look at it, at first, everybody's in disbelief, like, oh, 2008, everybody was like, why would you invest in the stock market? That's just where you go to lose money. Then uncertainty when the stock market starts going back up and it's like, should I really do this? Should I not do it? Then all of a sudden the market goes up, everybody gets excited, like, this is gonna go on forever. Enthusiasm kicks in. And it says on here, market demand jumps as the herd rushes into buy. We saw this after 2020. We saw this in early 2021. And then we saw euphoria, where everyone believes this is the new normal, where everyone believes nothing can ever go wrong. Remember Kathy Wood? I think that's her name. Kathy Wood. Remember all the tech stocks that, they're disrupting the entire industry. This can never end. And then all of a sudden, everybody gets overconfident. The herd continues. We continue to increase our position even as the market falls down a little bit. And then anxiety kicks in. Fear sets in as losses start to mount. And then denial that this can't be that bad. And then panic. And I think right now we're in between panic and denial, where everyone's like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. And then there's panic will eventually switch in. In other words, it's not that the market has gone all the way to how bad it can possibly get. It doesn't mean that I'm not investing though. And then of course, capitulation where everybody just gives up, agony sets in, and then there's the full-on depression that everybody feels from all the money that they just lost in the stock market. The point that this cycle just tells us is this is not new. This is something that happens on a regular basis. So for us who have a long-term horizon, who have so much to look forward to when it comes to investing, we don't worry about this. All we do is we keep on investing. If you're a passive investor, much like me within my 401k and my IRA and all those other things, you just keep on dollar cost averaging. You don't even look at your portfolio. You just keep on dollar cost averaging. You ignore all the noise. You just keep on dollar cost averaging. Because let's be honest, the noise that we see on CNBC and all these other stations is not meant for us. It's meant for old folks who already have their retirements and they've made more money in the stock market over the last 40 years. I mean, if we look at the last 40 years of the S&P 500. Look at how the 40 years has been. They've made more than maybe 330%, over 3,000% on their money. In other words, they're good. They already made their money. If they've been investing over the last 40 years, they're fine. They're going to be okay. Even though they're still going to be freaking out because at the same time inflation and all that stuff is happening. But regardless, for us, we're just starting on our journey. And we ain't got no opportunities until now. This is what we should want. We shouldn't want to be buying at all-time highs. We want to be buying where it is right now. However, I have one word of caution for every single person. As excited as I am to be talking about the fact that the market is crashing and we can buy more and buy more and buy more, I will also caution every single person, please have an emergency fund. I don't know what the future holds. There's a lot of talk about a possible recession. I don't know if it's going to actually happen. But like we always say, the way you can benefit the most from investing in the market is by taking care of yourself. Is by making sure that when you put that money away, you don't need it tomorrow. You don't need it when something happens. When, God forbid, you end up losing a job or something like that. Get an emergency fund. If you do not have an emergency fund, please, I am begging you. I am pleading with you. Get an emergency fund. It is not sexy. It is not the most entertaining thing. It's not the thing that everybody wants to talk about, but this is what allows you to take advantage of situations like these where the market is down up to 16% year to date. This is what happens. This is how we're able to take advantage of those situations. So please, get your emergency fund set. It can be anything. It can be 3 to 6 months of your expenses. Or if you're like me and you can suffer through situations, maybe you don't need that much money. You just figure out what it is. What is the minimum that you can survive on if you absolutely needed to? So please get that emergency fund in place so you can take care of not yourself whenever situations like these pop up. But anyway, your boy is excited, man. I don't even know any other word to use other than, bro, I am so pumped. I am so pumped for investing in this market. I am praying. I'm not gonna lie. I am kind of praying that the market continues to fall, which is kind of sad because I also hope that we don't go into a recession even though the market is falling, because sometimes when the market starts to fall, people panic and businesses go out of business and recession starts, and I'm praying that doesn't happen, but I'm praying that the market continues to capitulate. I'm praying that the financial markets continue to suffer, but I'm praying that the real economy continues to grow. Financial markets keep sucking. real economy keep growing, everything will be good in my book. That's what I'm praying for. That's what I'm hoping for. It might be bad to some people, but I really don't care. This is what I want. This is what's going to benefit me and all the people around my age that can generally benefit from this situation. But that's just me. Let me know what you think. I'm so excited I can't even talk. Let me know what you think. Put it down in the comments if you are excited for the stock market crash just as much as I am. I'm going to catch you all up on the next one. Remember, generosity is always greater than greed. Golly, look at this. I'm spinning all over the place. Catch y'all later. Peace. Whoosh.